it's not the same anymore. But oh, girl, I'm not worried about that. I'm reformed, girl. You see, my sister, listen, she over here whispering and talk about watch what you say. I did my crime.
I did my time.
I did my time. I am here
to rhyme.
I have nothing. I have nothing on me. So when the man came in the club last night looking for the girls, everybody come running up to me. Yeah, they was looking for the girls last night in the club. Everybody come running up to me talking about, Kelly, the cops here, they got the girls' pictures. Well, why y'all telling me? They not looking for me, bitch. I'm clean. I did my time. So, but back to our story. But
that's in my pocketbook.
So let me get her pocketbook. So, you know, Daesja, you're just like, you just been there. You've been through a lot. And so after Mizrahi and you won the $1,000, what did you do with your $1,000?
Well, unfortunately, $1,000 wasn't all I thought it was be.
Bitch, it wasn't.
But the 1,000 was better than splitting it 500 with some error.
Of course.
Okay. So it was a lot.
I got my face done, I got my cheeks done by Natasha. And I went out that same night to the warehouse like this. And I bought some clothes. And that was basically it. But after I got my face done and bought some clothes, it was like, that was it. I was staying with my mom, so, you know, I was taking care of the kids, and, you know, I was in a deep relationship, so, you know, I had responsibilities that I shouldn't have had, and that's what I did. I took care of it. So, you know, when the girls talk about, I never was one of them bitches that was on. I was on because I worked for what I had. And I was on because if I didn't have, I still got it. Not the best way I know how, the positive way that I knew how to get it. And unfortunately, like I said, I had 7 kids to take care of, a man and a addict mother. What do you expect? And I had cancer.
So after you left Mizrahi, you went where?
I became, excuse me, unknown.
She gotta, we real. We gotta smoke and stuff, honey. So okay. As long as we ain't drinking cocktails and all that, stuff. We don't do all of that, honey. We just have a little cigarette, Mm-hmm. So after you left Mizrahi?
After I left Mizrahi, I became Manona Blahnik.
Okay.
Yes.
So why Manona Blahnik after Mizrahi? Because I remember
one night something happened at a ball, and Andre did not stand up for me, and I felt some kind of way about it, and I left the house. That's exactly what happened. What always happens that I leave a house is that somebody or a figure in the house does something that I don't totally agree with, or how I think things should go, which was me being a child at the time and looking for that person to stand up for me because I couldn't stand up for myself. I ran. So I had became a Blahnik, and Pony and I were best friends. We still are best friends.
And a lot of to cut Daesja off for 1 minute, a lot of her moments happen at the YWCA on 3rd Avenue, because when she came out as a Manona Blahnik, she came out in all white. All white with black and white heels on at the YWCA.
With the blonde hair, my first time in blonde.
And I know my history, baby. We go party like babies and pacifiers. So
we had been preparing for that a very long time, because it was our first time out. I was one of the first members of the house. Jay, father, loved me, always called me his princess, whatever, and I was a Blahnik, and as a Blahnik, I had one also. But I want to say this first and foremost, and it's nothing against any house that I'm in. I made Daesja. You understand? It wasn't because of a house that I won. It wasn't because of a house that I was there. It wasn't because of a house that got me through. Because like I told you, I always felt like nobody stood up for me. Because when I went out there with Daesja. Something was inside of me that sent me out there to release whatever it was that I was going through. Because when I got to the ball and I had that cocktail, bitch, there was nothing in the world that bothered me, nothing in the world that was going on. I wouldn't care if you shot an arrow in the ear and it came back. Bitch, it wasn't mine and I didn't shoot it, so therefore it ain't my business. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. And that's the first time the girls started paying attention to my hands. Remember? Because I was in the background or whatever. And I remember the Ebony child that used to walk real distance, like all the time, always had a ponytail, Bianchi Pine. And she had jumped up and ran to the back of the runway. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, I became a blonde. After that, I had went through some serious issues. One day I just picked up and I left. I got in Kelly's U-Haul. They didn't know nothing. I had a bag. She was like, girl, where you going? I said, we going to Boston, right? So the girl got to travel with more than one outfit, but little did they know I was leaving home and I wasn't coming back. My mother had relapsed and I was not picking up the pieces again. Most of my life was taking care of my brothers and sisters. Being an adult before I had the chance to, before I was supposed to. And I just was tired. I was ready to live my life. And I didn't want to be held down and tied down. And not that I didn't love my brothers and sisters, but I couldn't do it no more. I really couldn't. And I really tried. And that's how Nicole became my bestest friend. Is because she was telling me, bitch, your mother out there, let her be out there, that's what she gonna do. You get the benefit card, you go food shopping first, you do this, you make sure them kids is up to go to school, and then do that, and then I was out doing my own thing. That's how I got into prostituting. And I prostituted not for myself, but to feed my brothers and sisters, honestly. And the girls used to read, bitch, they read down. I was only $100 girl because you know what? That was enough to go to the meat market and get a $30 plan. That was enough to make sure that I had my hair done. That was enough to make sure that it was tissue and all that other stuff in there because I didn't like to mutilate my body. And I didn't like the way it felt that I had to get drunk to do it and wouldn't remember. Or wouldn't make it back because I knew that my sister would be sleeping and I didn't want to wake them up and knowing that they had to go to school and be doing the same thing that my mother was doing, even though I felt that it was alright because I was young. So, yes, bitch, picked up my kid, got in that U-Haul, and I ain't looked back. But see, my trouble is that, and really my first addiction is, there was this boy, you know, I'm in love. Men is my addiction, was my addiction. That's how it started, wanting to be loved and feel that warmth and somebody to take care of me and somebody to take care of things and all that other stuff. And fell in love, but it wasn't a man. He wasn't a man. At the time it was what we call Daesja. And I was supposed to be staying with my sister Daesja. And I fell in love, and I picked up and forgot about everything that I was supposed to do, and I went to live on the Navy base with him. But then shit happens, and it was like Daesja falls apart again.
And who was this person?
This was Calvin. Nobody knows him.
Oh yeah, I remember Calvin.
Yeah,
I remember. Calvin was real as hell. Calvin was real as hell, and tall. He reminds me of a Shady.
Yes.
He reminds me of Shady.
Yes.
He definitely do the icon Shady product.
Yes, he was in the Navy. He wasn't into the scene. He did go to the clubs and stuff like that. See, my thing was becoming a woman is that this was another lifestyle for me, going to the balls and stuff like that. My personal life was my personal and my private life. It didn't indulge and it didn't mix with ballroom.
You know, I have to stop her because when she talks, it just makes me click and it makes me think of things as she talks. Mm-hmm. And you know, I have a picture. Do you remember?
I ain't all these motherfucking pictures. I don't see no throwbacks on Thursdays.
No,
like,
because you know,
Nothing.
because I have to bring. I would have to go inside the big box in my
might
closet.
as well. Those
and
are
bring the box
memories.
down.
You
I brung
understand?
the box down when
memories.
I brung the box down when I came home because I put all the letters and stuff that I got from people from jail and pictures and stuff in that box. But I was looking through them when I came home, and I remember when we was outside on 168th and Franklin. And I had my red Cadillac at the time. I got a picture.
Oh, and it was you and Nettie.
And I got a picture of you. Eddie. Yeah. But at that time, that was But see, we being real. At that time, that's what his name was. But I got a picture of you and Calvin has on this blue and white tie-dye shirt, and you had this long curly hair, and you're laying across the hood of my car with the same curly hair like this, laying down like this on the hood of the car.
And no, we were in front of Nicole's. No, that was Calvin's car. We was on 168th Street with my mother lived there. Yes. I was laying across the car, and I had on the navy blue pedal pushers, the white jean jacket. That's when Little Kim thing was out. We was all on Little Kim with the curly hair.
I'm gonna bring that. I got a lot of stuff to do this week, but I'm gonna bring that box down before Thursday, and I'm gonna blow your mind with Throwback Thursdays. I'm gonna definitely do that.
Okay. So where was we at? Oh, Boston. So I was a blonde then. Mo was a blonde too at that time or whatever. But then, like I said, I went through a whole lot of stuff, and I got a phone call one day, and my sister told me that my mother left the kids inside GameStop on 100.9th Street, and she didn't know what she was going to do, and I couldn't do anything. I was working at a straight nightclub dancing. Just to get by. He was taking care of me. Remember I told you I didn't never have to do nothing. I was always married. So, and that was my perception of being a woman. House, picket fence, get married, the dog, Tupperware parties to your friends every now and then, you know, and I didn't realize that I was abandoning my friends like how my mother and my family abandoned me. And I was always wondering, why are they being so fierce or why are they being so shady? Because I just jumped up and I ran looking for something that I was already getting from people who were genuine and honest with me. And but I just felt like they didn't understand that I wanted to be married. My dream is to be married and to not have that white picket fence, because bitch, I want a gate. I don't want my dog to jump over.
So we're gonna jump forward because I know you had other houses that you was in. So last night, when I was doing the promo,
way forward, right?
You know, we're gonna jump forward. We're gonna jump forward because we're gonna close the boardroom segment down and then start getting into your life. So last night, when I was doing the promo for this show last night, after it was over, you told me to stop calling you a La Perla because you're not a La Perla. Everybody has for the longest have been calling you out since I've been home as a La Perla. Why are you a 007 and why are you not in the house of La Perla anymore?
Well, I never said that I wasn't in the house of La Perla. I said stop calling me La Perla. And I said stop calling me La Perla is because my name is Daesja. And I don't have to be identified as Daesja Mizrahi, Daesja Jordan, Daesja this, Daesja that. And if you want to be honest, bitch, they don't even call me Daesja half of the time. They say, the boobala.
But I love, but let me say, I love for them to call you that though.
But you know, and also is that, I don't really like, because a lot of people that I know outside of the scene and around, or when they see me, they be like, oh my God, it's Daesja La Perla. No, it's Daesja, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Daesja Jordan. No, it's Daesja, bitch. And Daesja is not even my real name. Well, it's not my first name, so you get what I'm saying? So
well, would you like to tell everybody what your name is?
No, that's my personal business. That's what's on my brother's name and that's what's on my ID. It is a female name, but that is not my, just some things I keep for myself, and some things only certain people know about me, and some things it's just not for me to have to explain. People know who I am, and that's how they know me by. So therefore, I never really insinuated that people call me by my first name, because My mother already told me, ain't nobody gonna call you that shit anyway. You Daesja, they know you as Daesja, you gonna always be Daesja. But the people that know and that it's important to call me by my name that I changed it to, which is Natalie.
Okay.
And it's Natalie, which means not to lie. Because I don't have to lie.